Hello and welcome back to Total Extreme Morrow. We're the best book wrestling, and we have the biggest show in company history coming up straight after our third anniversary show. We've got Chainsaw Luke Frehill defending the world title against none other than Rey Fenix. Got Michael May versus the Celtic Tiger. The Celtic Tiger's mask is on the line. Sammy D versus John McCann. Team White Wolf, A-Kid and Carlos Romo versus the Social Elite, Sean Maxer, Guinness and Matthew Bullet Smith. And Alison Kay also coming over from America to take on Raven Creed. Let's have a look there at Alison Kay. That's her. Do I have a job history? No. It appears she may not have wrestled. No. No. She wrestled a ton in 2028. Last one was, when was this? Kairi Hojo. Interesting. 190 per month. She's not active in our region. That's why she didn't come up in my searches. But my God, wouldn't we love to have Kairi Sen, or Kairi Hojo? Only 190 per show. Can I talk to her? Ask her to make herself active in Britain. She's not interested in becoming active in the British Isles. Nothing we can do till we get bigger. But she's going to be getting older. I mean, like, like, look at those skills. Not massively popular. Looks like WWE didn't use her a whole lot. I said I'd go through our top one, like our kind of top shows and top stuff on the last episode, and I only realised that watching back I didn't. So actually, the third anniversary show, the show we just ran, is our best show to date, and our previous best show is exactly a year earlier, the previous anniversary show, and then June this year, the St. Canis's Clash was our third best show. So we go to matches: Bullet Smith defeating Chainsaw, Bullet Smith defeating CBL, Chainsaw defeating Corbin. And then 3 Social Elite tag teams in a row. These guys are on fire. Social Elite, as a tag team, have 5 of the top 10. And as a singles, Matthew Bullet Smith has another 3 of the top 10. And the 11th best match. So, yeah, he's got 9 or something like 9 of our top 11. Oh, he's in the John McCann match as well. Alright. It's only Chainsaw and Carvin is the only match in our top 12 that doesn't involve Matthew Bullet Smith. Right, Chainsaw, you have your chance tonight. You are facing Rey Fenix. It's up to you. Do it for Kilkenny. Last month we made a profit of 1,000, and we ran 2 shows. We spent 1790 on workers, 1,200 on show costs. We spent nearly 3 grand. We're up 2 grand this month. I expect to make a small loss on this show. Maybe 300-400, but like, we're going to make a ton of money this month as it is. We're really getting through the debt we have accrued, so things are certainly looking up for me, All Elite Morrow, the greatest booker of all time, and Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. All you naysayers in the early days, it was never going to last for you. It was never. We've made 2,400 sponsorship already this month. Well, it is the 23rd of December. We're running, it's Jingle Bell Brawl. We're running right close to Christmas. Let's get into the show. Yeah, also, it's very important to note we're no longer in Pegasus. We've outgrown it. We're expecting over 200 for tonight's show. It's running at 97 minutes, and it will be aired on YouTube. So on commentary tonight, we've got Edward Stewart Tate for most matches, and Frankie Vendetta is making a special appearance, much to Edward Stewart Tate's chagrin, for the 2 May actually, and the and the Celtic Tiger match. Frankie's doing 3 matches along with him. So yeah, let's get into the show. The segment deserves better commentary. I'm going to have to hire an extra commentator, I think, to be perfectly honest. We have 209 people here at the show. I'm going to have to hire an extra commentator. That's costly, but it's okay. I thought I could get away with it with Edward Stewart Tate for a while. Probably can't, even though his stats are pretty good in that department. You really do need two minimum, I think, in this game. But still a very good promo. I am out there solely to be the first person seen on our YouTube. It's the Triple H thing. It's my ego. And to announce the Battle of Kilkenny's return next month for the third rendition of the tournament. Sammy D versus John McCann. Sammy D defeats John McCann in 13 minutes. Good match. Raven Creed was awesome here. She beats Alison Kay, who was very good. Defense number 11. Just a general promo from Raven Creed to accepting challengers from all over the world. And the Celtic Tiger defeats Michael May. Michael May was awesome here. Celtic Tiger was good, not his best match, but he will remain masked, and Edward Stewart Tate loses his mind. He will find somebody to unmask the Celtic Tiger. Team White Wolf have defeated the Social Elite and become the new tag team champions. Arcade pins Bullet with a golden ratio. Huge pinfall there for Arcade over one of our top stars, Matthew Bullet Smith. New tag team champions. And I think that's the best match in company history. Deserved better commentary. Rey Fenix with a 73. That is the best performance in company history. But he loses. He came to Ireland. He agreed to a submission loss to Chainsaw Luke Frehill. Very good performance with an ankle lock. Chainsaw prevails. Defense number 7 of the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show World Heavyweight title. Show increased her popularity in 6 regions. This YouTube deal could be huge. I'm going to thank Rey Fenix for coming over. We're going to want to bring him back. Edward Stewart Tate was up and down this show tonight. Great promo in the ring. Great commentary. They did very well on commentary, to be fair. We're going to need to get a play-by-play. He's a very good colour guy. We spent 2,000 on workers, and show costs were 2,900. Oh my god, we lost 3k on this show. I didn't realise how much production costs would be for running on YouTube. We haven't really increased. We've only really increased popularity in Ireland. We've got marginal increases everywhere else. Yeah. If we'd gotten increases across the board, it would have been worth it. But I think that's kind of going to fuck us profit wise for a while. How many 6 months of shows on YouTube? I don't think I can show the two of them, the 2 Battle of Kilkenny nights. I think I'll just do one non-televised in Wales, get the popularity there, and then show the final night on YouTube in Ireland. I think we're going to have to up ticket prices as well. Because what we got over 200 there at very cheap. If we got cheap, we probably would have had 190 or something, and we still would have lost some money, but we would have lost 500 less or something, you know. But yeah, the cost of running TV, the cost of recording and setting it up for TV is expensive. It mightn't be necessarily terrible if we do keep increasing popularity everywhere, because the sponsorship money is starting to roll in, and yeah, no, the sponsorship money isn't quite enough yet, especially if we want to bring in people like Rey Fenix and all. Rey Fenix cost us 700 on the night. We spent 2-1. He cost us a third of our total talent spend for the night. So yeah, maybe we can run the YouTube shows and not do fly-in talent. If we knocked 1,000 off the, so we lost 3,000 on the show, but we spent 1,000 on American talent. That means we would have lost 2,000, and something to think about. Because we were just getting in really good financial shape as well. Anyway, We're back for the Battle of Kilkenny weekend. I've still got a flu, as you can hear. I'm a machine of a booker. I just work through the sickness. You know what I mean? It's actually worse than it was previously. A little bit of coffee there to help me. But it's the Battle of Kilkenny weekend. Booker man can't take a weekend off. We'll show you night one. We're not showing you night two. So in the quarterfinals, we have Callum Black versus Damien Carvin. This was an open draw, I swear. The winner of that will take on the winner of Matthew Bullet Smith versus his tag team partner Sean Maxer Guinness. On the other side of the bracket, we got Frankie Vendetta versus the Celtic Tiger. Frankie lucky to get in on his current losing streak. And then Keane Noonan versus Chainsaw Luke Frehill, another set of tag team partners in the other quarterfinal. On night two, we'll also have a tag team title match. The Tate Estate, Michael May and Nathan Murphy Forever, will take on A-Kid and Carlos Romo, Team White Wolf, for the tag team titles. Despite the fact that we spent over $5,000 on workers and show costs last month, we only lost $276. Currently this month, we're up 1897. Great year for Ireland. No, that's 1798. So yeah, we're up 1897 currently for a total loss all time of 13,379. Our sponsorship estimate is 3,732. I'm hoping with some growth in some regions that that'll hit the 4K mark. And I think we'll probably, if that is the case, make some money this month. We're not flying in any major talent. Both shows will only have 4 matches. We do have a new commentary team. We got in Andy Shepherd, who's play-by-play at 60, which is quite good. And then we'll have Edward Stewart Tate on colour commentary at a 56. Andy Shepherd is not mad expensive. He's like 120 or something. So let's get into the first night of the Battle of Kilkenny. We're actually running both of these shows in Ireland. We're not going to Wales, and we're going to televise the second one. I think the Battle of Kilkenny should be run both nights in Ireland. We had the Wales experiment last year. If we look back on the tournament previous years, complete tournaments, Battle of KK1, Matthew Bullet Smith beat John McCann in the final. Battle of KK2, Chainsaw Luke Frehill beat Callum Black in the final. So, yeah, the most, what do you call it, prestigious tournament in Irish wrestling. Let's get into it. Okay, big night here. Night one of the Battle of Kilkenny 2029 opens with 242 people in attendance. Wow, easily a record. Andy Shepherd, debuts play-by-play commentator gimmick, got an initial rating of very good. That's good. Even though this isn't being televised, we have him out doing what we call a dry run, just to practice for us in the back. It's first time doing it. But Tate opens with a promo saying that Damien Carvin is going to march through the Battle of Kilkenny and that Michael May and Nate Murphy Forever are going to take the tag team titles tomorrow night. And Damien Carvin doesn't, in fact, march through the tournament. He loses in round number 1 to former finalist Callum Black. Callum Black is really a specialist in the Battle of Kilkenny. He will advance to night number 2 for the second time in 2 years. And the Celtic Tiger has defeated Frankie Vendetta in an excellent professional wrestling match. Another loss for Frankie, but a huge win for the Celtic Tiger. This guy is 12 months unbeaten in singles competition. His last 3 wins are massive against Nathan Murphy, Michael May, and Frankie Vendetta back to back to back. And Chainsaw wasn't actually happy about this, but Chainsaw loses to Keane Noonan in 15 minutes by an Oscutter. Chainsaw Luke Frehill is out in the opening round. This is the second time in his career he's been beaten in the opening round. In the first year, he was beaten by Matthew Bullet Smith in the opening round. Now here in the third year of the tournament, and he's a former winner, in the third year of the tournament, he's beaten by his own tag team partner, Keane Noonan. Potentially overlooked his partner a little bit because he's been beating him. We faced each other twice in singles competition. This company and Chainsaw won comfortably enough both times. But Chainsaw does shake his hand and raise his hand after the match, tells Keen Noonan to make sure to go ahead and win this tournament. Main event, excellent match. Matthew Bullet Smith, not his best performance ever. Quite a bit lower than recent. Although they were tag, he does have tag specialist bonuses, so maybe that's why his tag team performances are like around 70. But again, an excellent match. Matthew Bullet Smith pins his tag team partner Sean Maxter Guinness, and Matthew Bullet Smith cuts a promo afterwards saying he's going to become the first ever two-time Battle of Kilkenny champion. Excellent show. Excellent show. We'll address the locker room. Now, Chainsaw put over someone there who is a lot below him in popularity. So you know what? Fair play to him. We will praise him for that. A financial report. We made 772 on the show. That's good. That is very good. Ticket sales $16.94. We didn't charge premium prices around for this. We went very cheap again. Popularity recap. We have increased in popularity. Hopefully tomorrow we'll increase in multiple regions, seeing as we are streaming the show on YouTube. Successful night. Let's get straight into night 2. Okay, so I've moved my head, obviously. I'm not going to give away the final of the tournament. But we've got Bullet Smith versus Callum Black, Keen Noonan versus Celtic Tiger, Team White Wolf versus the Tate Estate, and then the final of the Battle of Kilkenny. We also have a surprise, which you can see on the screen. 270 people. We are absolutely doing bonkers tickets at the minute. Chainsaw Luke Frehill rushes to the ring, cuts a promo saying he is the ace of this promotion. He lost yesterday, fair and square in the middle of the ring, but he will defend his title here tonight if there is anyone in attendance who will face him. And that man is John McCann. John McCann unfortunately loses by submission to an ankle lock, but this is an excellent opener, a 58 segment rating. Chainsaw Luke Fret with a 59, John McCann with a 49. Superb opening match. Matthew Bullet Smith beats Callum Black. Callum Black, a former finalist. Matthew Bullet Smith, a former winner of this tournament. Matthew Bullet Smith is off the charts good here. The match deserves better colour commentary. Colour, that's Tate, isn't it? Segment rating overall is 63, one of the better matches in company history. This was sensational. The other semi-final, the Celtic Tiger defeats Keen Noonan in just under 13 minutes by submission. The Celtic Tiger goes to the final to face Matthew Bullet Smith. Segment rating of 45, very good match. Celtic Tiger's improving immensely all the time. Carlos Rome was still a bit rusty. Performance of 30 while rusty though isn't bad. A-Kid with a 52, Nathan Murphy with a 44, Michael May with a 49. Team White Wolf make defense number 1. A-Kid pins Michael May with a golden ratio in just under 15 minutes. Defense number 1 of the tag team titles for A-Kid and Carlos Romo. A-Kid, the former WWE Axiom. Promo from Edward Stewart Tate saying that despite tonight, the Tate Estate will continue to grow stronger and will dominate in 2026. And that is an official statement into the final. The Celtic Tiger defeats Matthew Bullet Smith by pinfall in an unbelievable match. This is one of our best nights of wrestling ever. The Celtic Tiger, the guy who came out of nowhere, undefeated in singles competition, has become the third Battle of KK winner. After the match, he grabs the mic, he invites Frankie Vendetta and Chainsaw Luke Frehill to the win to celebrate with him, and as part of his celebration, he voluntarily unmasks. He removes the Celtic Tiger mask. He reveals what Tate knew all along, that he is young Dara, and he says from now on, he is no longer a young boy. He is no longer a masked wrestler. He is Dara. And that takes us off the air. 63 show. Insane. I think that's the giant best show we've ever done. We're going to lose money on the show, but Matthew Bullet Smith and the Celtic Tiger wrestled twice tonight and did some promo work, and Matthew Bullet Smith ate the pin for the Celtic Tiger. Fair play. Celtic Tiger is now going as just Dara, not just, but just Dara. And he's going to get Misawa like chants, Dara, Dara. Make a speech, he's pleased. Celtic Tigers, please. We'll sort out his gimmick afterwards. We lost 1,700 on the show, nearly 1,900 ticket sales, 675 in merchandise, huge. 1,700 overall loss. Most of that is due, like, we well covered our workers' costs. It's $2.9 to run a show on YouTube. It was worth it, I think. We've got increases in various regions: Midlands, Northern England, Southern England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland. The kind of larger regions remain the same. But you know, they will be close to a tick over based on that. That will be worth some sponsorship money to us. Very successful weekend of wrestling, both storyline wise and I think financially as well. Next month, what do we have next month? Oh, we have the High King show next month. Let's see the fallout from the return of Dara. We are back for the High King show. Yes, we have no camera. No camera today. I'm between setups, so I'm not fully set up, but I need to get some stuff recorded to release this Friday. New setup coming very, very soon. It's going to be awesome, I think, if I do it right, which I probably won't. But we've made a couple of big roster additions. We've brought in B. Priestley, and we have brought in, where is she? Nixon Newell. Now, both of these are based in the USA, Southeast USA, and B. Priestley, Southeast USA. However, they only work for us. They were unemployed, not working for any other company. I had read somewhere, I think on Reddit, that if you sign unemployed workers and book them a couple of times, and you're the only company they work for, there is a chance that they move to your region because you're the only company employing them. So I'm going to pay out the wazoo for flights for both of these workers, and in the hope that they relocate to our region, and then we have them just for their show fee. So yeah, it's a short-term investment with the hope of a long-term gain. Okay, so show tonight: Keane Noonan versus Luke Frehill. Keane beat Luke in the Battle of Kilkenny, so he's getting a title shot. Frankie Vendetta versus Matthew Bullet Smith. Laura Di Matteo and Raven Creed versus B. Priestley and Nixon Newell, making their debuts, flying them in from the southeast of the USA. Team White Wolf defending the tag team titles versus Terry Thatcher and the Kingslayer J. And then Sammy D versus not Dara, just Dara, fresh off winning the Battle of KK. Let's get straight into it. Just check I'm recording. I am. Okay, so Dara beats Sammy D by submission. This is a de facto #1 contender match. We have 259 people at the show. Sammy D was on a roll. Dara won the Battle of KK. So Dara comes in. Dara's performances have been increasing dramatically. This guy was in the teens and then the 20s for ages. He raced through the 30s. He's even outperforming Sammy D here, who did admittedly have a little bit of an off night. Team White Wolf make defense #2 of the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show tag team titles. Carlos Romo is still rusty. But a decent performance for a rusty guy. 38, Kingslayer J with 38, Terry with a 46, A Kid with a 54. That will continue to improve. We definitely have a room in our singles division for A Kid at some stage. He's obviously a very big star with all that WWE and NXT exposure he got as Axiom. We just, very simple, all these guys hug each other, shake hands after the match, showing of respect from the tag champions White Wolf to Terry Thatcher and Jay. And we, B. Priestley, Rusty, and Nixon Newell was Rusty. That kind of is no surprise. Not good performances, though, overall. God, in the 20s, that is not great. I would expect a lot more out of them. How rusty are they? A decent match, though. Raven Creed was sensational. Laura Di Matteo was good. Nixon, Newell and B. Priestley were not good. Let's check the dirt sheets to see what other penalties they got. B. Priestley, inconsistency and rusty. Nixon, Newell, inconsistency and rusty. Okay, so they should bounce back. I have plans for them. I want them to move to Ireland. That's a little bit annoying now that their performances were I didn't expect. I knew they'd be rusty. Look, their gimmicks got great ratings. Nixon Newell, girl with the shiniest wizard gimmick, very good. B. Priestley, cocky gimmick, great. We'll give him time. We'll give him time. That's a little bit lower than I expected. And Matthew Bullet Smith with the Fujiwara armbar has made Frankie Vendetta submit in a sensational match. Segment rating of 63. Absolute cracker. And after the match, Frankie Vendetta takes the Frankie mask, lays it down in the middle of the ring, takes the microphone, proclaims himself to be Shane O'Keefe, and that he is announcing his retirement from professional wrestling. It's become very apparent to him in recent months that he just doesn't have the heart for the battle anymore. He's been submitting, he's been quitting in matches time and time and time again. And that just shows him that he just doesn't have what it takes to cut it at the top of Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show Pro Wrestling anymore as a former heavyweight champion of this company. He's going to offer his services as a play-by-play commentator. It's time for him to get out of the ring and move to the desk. A very sad day for Irish wrestling. A very sad day for the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. But Frankie Vendetta has announced his retirement from in-ring competition. Thank you for your service, Frankie. It's been coming for a while. He's been submitting and getting pinned for months on end. But there'll always be a place for Frankie Vendetta, Shane O'Keefe, here at the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. Into the main event. Where did the match go? Did I skip the match? What happened there? Huh? Yeah, look, it's there. How did that? Did I double click? Chainsaw Luke Frehill beats Keane Noonan to retain the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show heavyweight title in a 54 rated match. Not amazing, but quite good. I'll have to check back afterwards to see how they both performed. And after the match, young Dara has come out and challenged Luke Frehill 1v1 for the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show World Heavyweight Championship. So we'll have two title matches next month. We'll have Dara versus Chainsaw Luke Frehill, and we'll have B. Priestley versus Raven Creed for the women's title. And we'll have a tag title match on the card as well. I don't know what happened there. I must have double clicked and skipped the main event. But as you can see it there, it did take place with Luke Frehill defeating his tag partner Keane Noonan. Second time he's beaten him in title matches. Who are we going? Who did we go with last month? Celtic Tiger and Bullet Smith. Look, it has to be Frankie. He had a great match and he is just... I'm going to tell him you're awesome. You're awesome, Frankie. Thank you for everything. And the other one I'm going to thank is... Hey, kid. Well done. Well done. Financial report. Lost 1,500 on the show. Not too bad considering we flew in two people. Like the bonuses and perks. The flights cost us a lot. So actually, we spent $2,000 on workers. We took in 2,300 on tickets, 648 on merchandise. We're down 12 grand overall. God, remember the days where that was at like 23 or 4. I still reckon we'll make a profit this month. Before we go to Queen of the Southeast show next month, we are going to go through the awards for 2028. They are released now. We have increased popularity in Scotland and we've got marginal gains everywhere else. So that would be good for our sponsorship as well. So let's check back in a moment for the awards and see where we're at financially. Okay, so let's have a look at finances before the awards. Um, even though we were lost 1,500 on that show, we're actually still up 641 for the month. Or currently this month we've brought in 2653 on sponsorships. Our estimate is 4292. Um, so we're going to be up a nice chunk, probably 2 grand again this month, I would say. Up 2 grand. So we're currently down 12,492. Probably be, around the 10,500 mark by the end of the month. So we're getting into a really good position financially. Bastards taxed us 113 last month again. But yeah, look, like we're spending a lot of money on shows here. Last month we spent a show costs alone were 3,500 and workers are 2,130. We did run 2 shows, but we took in a lot of money. So yeah, financially we are starting to get to kind of a stable ground, which means we'll probably be able to start running a TV show where we like tape once a month or something. So the annual awards this year, then male wrestler of the year. This is worldwide. Will Ospreay. Female wrestler Davina Rose. That's Bailey, isn't it? Yeah, where's she working now? WWE still. Male tag team Jonah Rock and Keith Lee. Where are they? Where are these guys? Can we see them? Jonah Rock. That's Bronson Reed and Keith Lee. Class. Female tag team of the year, Marina Shafir and Nyla Rose for the second time. Male young wrestler is Jay Malachi. That's his second win. Whereas he played WWE as Javon Evans. What a wrestler. IRL. And in game, by the looks of it. Billy Starks, young female wrestler. Male veteran is Drew Galloway. I suppose, yeah, he is into the veteran stage of his career now. Where's Drew operating? Drew is operating in WWE. He's the WWE ID champion. That's so funny. The WWE ID that's supposed to be for independent, young, up and coming talent, and the male veteran wrestler of the year is holding that title. AI in the game does AI things this time. Female veteran wrestler of the year is Hikaru Shida. Previous winners Charlotte Kana, aka Asuka, and Madison Rain. Male independent again is Will Ospreay for the second time. What's Kenta Miyahara doing? Can I hire him? He's one of the best wrestlers in the world. He's 39. I could actually, yeah, he's active in Britain. 1,300 for a show for Kenta Miyahara. Look at how good this guy is. His match there over Christmas with Yuma Anzai was just utterly incredible. Female independent wrestler of the year, Hikaru Shida. Company of the year, WWE win it for the 7th time. Most improved company is JWG, Justice Wrestling Group, owned by Disco Inferno. Oh, good grief. And they're based in the Midwest. They're losing lots of money. See, I wonder if I could buy these out. No. Well, obviously, I don't have the money to buy them out, but they're losing a lot of money. No surprise, Glenn Gilberty. But they must have increased their popularity a lot this year. Yeah. Match of the year is Okada versus Ospreay, 94 rating. Wow, what a match. Yeah, sick. Okada versus Ospreay, no surprise. Card of the year, WWE Saturday Night's main event from December. Male managers, Taka Michinoku, third year in a row. Female managers, Brie Bella. Female play-by-play commentator, Renee Paquette. Male play-by-play, Haruyo Murata. Male colour, Chono. Female colour, Jetta. Male ref, Edgar Noriega. Female ref, Paige Principali. Who's she working with? TNA. Congratulations to all those. Let's look then at our in-company awards. In company, where are our awards here? End of year awards. So, male wrestler of the year for the second year running is Matthew Bullet Smith. Female wrestler, we didn't have an award this year, probably didn't wrestle enough matches. Male tag team is the Social Elite. Male young wrestler, no winner. Match of the year, Chainsaw versus Rey Fenix. Well done, Luke and Ray. Card of the year was the anniversary show. Male manager Tate gets the award for the second time. Male referee is Mr. Jacobs for the third time. Might look at when we get TV, we're going to bring in Foxy. Yeah, we're going to have to bring in 2 refs, I think, at that stage. And we're at the stage where we can afford them now. So, yeah, that's where we're up to at the moment. We're also going to run the Queen of the South show on today's episode. So, yeah, see you in a moment for the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show, Queen of the South. Hello, and it's St. Patrick's Day. Yay! Happy Patrick's Day. This is cool on the screen celebrating Patrick's Day. Before we get into the show, finances, we made 2,000 profit last month. Probably on track to do the same this month. So, yeah, our current finances are 9,000 in debt. It looks like it's going to be wiped out in no time. I'm thinking, in terms of running a TV show, when we get to about 4,000 profit per month, which I don't think we're too far away from, is when we start running TV. And what I'm thinking is we set it up so that we tape 4 episodes at a time. So we just have like one night where we're paying everyone, bring in a certain crew of wrestlers for 4 TV tapings, and then pay it off on the monthly event. Record all 4 together. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see though, we're not quite there yet. Tonight's show, Queen of the Southeast, we got B. Priestley versus Raven Creed, Luke Frehill versus Dara for the world title, Corvin and Michael May versus Team White Wolf for the tag titles. That is the Tate Estate. John McCann versus Sean Maxer Guinness, because I think that match would be sick. Laura Di Matteo versus Nixon Newell, trying to get the ring rust off Newell and Priestley. And Matthew Bullet Smith versus Young Jay. Young Jay is doing great work. He doesn't hold any titles at the moment, but he has had a lot of titles. He's had the Hard Knocks Pure title twice, Irish Junior Heavyweight title twice, RCW Breakout title, and the RCW Tag Team title. So this guy's getting pushed everywhere. Very popular in Ireland, not so much outside, and his skills are improving immensely. So 76 basics is sick. What's his selling? 54. Consistency. He's way more consistent than most of our roster. Where's the psychology? 53. That's kind of standard for our roster. Stamina 92. This guy is awesome. He's only 21. He's going to keep improving. So yeah, we're giving him another match, and he's the guy we want to push really along with Big Beamish once we get to TV. So that's the event for Queen of the Southeast. I'm actually going to main event with Chainsaw and Dara, just because I think B. Priestley's not going to be having a good performance just yet. We need to knock the ring rust off her. So yeah, she's not quite ready for that. Okay, so let's just get straight into the show. We've gone through the card already. Let's see how it goes. Matthew Bullet Smith and Young Jay have an excellent match. Matthew Bullet Smith wins by pinfall in under 15 minutes. I didn't want Young Jay tapping out to the Fujiwara armbar because we got plans for him. Great performance from Bullet. Very, very good performance from Young Jay. Big win for Matthew Bullet Smith. Nixon Newell, much better performance than last month, defeats Laura Di Matteo with a shiniest wizard. Very good match. Still rusty, but getting better. That's good. All Elite Morrow comes to the ring and announces that the next match, John McCann versus Sean Maxer Guinness, is a #1 contender match for our World Heavyweight title, taking place later in the night between Dara and Chainsaw Luke Frehill. So the winner of McCann and Maxer will be #1 contender. And the winner is John McCann defeats Sean Maxer Guinness in 13 minutes with a submission. However, he has sustained an undisclosed body injury, so that could scupper our plans for our world title match next month. We'll see. And we have a tag title change. The Tate Estate of Damien Corvin and Michael May have beaten Team White Wolf of A-Kid and Carlos Romo. Corvin submits Romo and wins the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show tag team titles. Huge title change. Great performances from A-Kid, Carlos Romo, everyone. Michael May and Carvin. All fantastic performances. Very, very good match. We have 294 people in attendance. Edward Stewart Tate leaves the commentary desk, goes to the ring, celebrates with the Tate estate. They are the new Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show tag team titles. Tate promises that they will hold this title forever. Like Nathan Murphy forever. And B. Priestley has defeated Raven Creed. Raven Creed's 2-year-long reign as Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show Women's World Heavyweight Champion has come to an end in an excellent match. B. Priestley, not great here again. Not great, still rusty. But Raven Creed's held the title for 2 years. Felt like it was time for a little bit of a change. Get some new faces over. Give Raven Creed something different to do than just show up and defend her title every month or so. But an excellent wrestling match. Promo, very good promo from B. Priestley. At least we know she's great on the mic. B. Priestley denigrates her challenger Raven Creed. Says Raven was never on B. Priestley's level. And Chainsaw Luke Frehill has beaten Dara with a Western Lariat. Makes defense number 10 of the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show World Heavyweight title. Good performances from both. The key thing here is Chainsaw Luke Frehill wrestled with an aggression and that we rarely see for him. Really like aggressive, almost dirty tactics in this match. And this is pointed out on commentary by Shane O'Keefe, aka Frankie Vendetta. He really is pointing out on commentary the aggression with which Chainsaw Luke Frehill is wrestling. It's something that we haven't seen before, and he went to that well to beat at the Battle of Kilkenny winner Dara here. Dara fails in his first attempt at the World Heavyweight title, but Frehill really had to resort to a new level of aggression in order to maintain his title here. And yeah, very good show overall. 57, good wide variety of angles. A noteworthy show. Tate State, new tag team champions, Carvin and May. B. Priestley defeats Raven Creed for the women's world title, and Luke Frehill hangs on to his world title by defeating Dara in an almost overly aggressive manner. Let's go to the locker room. B. Priestley there gave a great promo on you, even though she's still a bit rusty in the ring. Raven Creed would have to, she's been unbelievable. She ain't going anywhere. She'll be looking for her title back. 27 days for John McCann. That should be okay. That should be okay for his match next month. Lost 2K on the show. That's about standard these days. Ticket sales, are they less than last month? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Let's see our popularity. We have gone up popularity in Old Era, and we've made marginal gains elsewhere. A lot of them should tick over next time. Not Scotland, but I'd imagine Wales, Southern England, Northern England, and the Midlands will be at a tick over rate soon enough. We just got an extra point in Scotland last month, so that's probably, you have to imagine that all these are 3 point something, 6 point something, whatever. But yeah, more popularity in Ireland and marginal gains elsewhere. We're going to do one more show on today's episode. Hopefully John McCann will be fit enough to take on Chainsaw Luke Frehill in the main event for the title. We'll have a women's title match. We'll have the Tate Estate defending their new tag titles for the first time also. Okay, we're back. Camera's back. New area. Internet isn't in yet because an unnamed Irish internet and phone provider who go by an Irish name are unable to do their job properly. So I don't know when the internet's coming in. They have to dig up the path outside my office to run in the fibre optic cables. So that's what we're dealing with. But I can pre-record here and then edit and upload at home. So yeah, I realised in the last episode I forgot to go through OTT after saying I would. So OTT are looking good. They have 120 grand in the bank. Their size, bigger than ours. We're 29. Good popularity across the UK. No popularity in America and in Europe. One across Europe. And no, there'd be nothing in Japan or any of them. Titles. European champion Terry Thatcher, former world champion of ours. Raven Creed is a 2-time OTT Rumble winner now. OTT No Limits champion is Ilya Zarkov. He has been trading the title by the looks of it with LJ. He beat Nathan Murphy forever for the title. Frankie Vendetta is a previous holder of that. Tag team champions are Frankie Vendetta and the Sem. The Weirdos are the tag team champions. And a women's champion is Daisy Jenkins. That seems to be moving. I know a lot of good, decent reigns in there. OTT World Champion is Sammy D, who's under contract to us. And he beat Chainsaw Luke Frehill for the title. It was Chainsaw who beat Big Demo. Big Demo held the title for 1,116 days. According to this, only made one defence. Much more for Chainsaw with 6 defences in 284 days. So that is the landscape of OTT. Now, let's get down to business. Let's get down to brass tacks. I want to move my head up here for now. Okay? LDN, London Wrestling, Family Friendly Entertainment, owned by Sanjay Baga, in almost 10,000 debt. Last time I checked, they were in about 20,000 debt. I can't remember, but they were in more than this. We are currently in debt of 7,000. Look at their size. They have great popularity all throughout the UK. The only region they're smaller than us is Ireland. The rest of the UK is obviously significantly bigger than ours, as you can see. They are up for sale. They're up for sale. We have the opportunity to potentially buy these out. The pure champion is JJ Lynch. Tag team champions are Ashton Smith and Rampage Brown. And our heavyweight Triple Crown champion is Rob Lias. We are going to attempt right now to attempt a hostile takeover of LDN. We've got 3 options. Takeover. The company would remain active with its roster, titles, etc., but they're owned by you. We could turn them into a developmental. I don't think that's going to work. That's going to cost us too much money. We can disband. That means we can close the company. All the workers are released. The titles are retired. If they are more popular than you in any region, you will absorb that popularity into your own. I think that means we are essentially buying their popularity. Now, the third option, pillage. We can pillage them. Pillaging allows you to handpick which assets you wish to keep before closing the company down. If they're more popular than you in any region, you will absorb the popularity. So we get their popularity and we can pillage them. We are going to go for the pillage option. We're going to keep Ashton Smith. He's tag champion. We're going to keep Chuck Mambo. I'd like to keep El Hijo del Fantasma. That's Santos Escobar, but he's on an outrageous contract. We're going to keep Morgan Webster. We're going to... none of them. We're going to keep Rampage Brown and Rob Lias. And was there one other person? Did I say Chuck Mambo? Yeah, we're going to keep Chuck Mambo. Let's have a look at their titles. We're going to keep the Triple Crown and the tag title. Events. We're going to keep Flashpoint, Free Fall, All's Well and That Ends Well. I've seen another one here I wanted to keep. Night of Mayhem, Oncoming Storm, Primal Warning, Sold Out. We can deactivate these afterwards. We don't have to run them. No. So, we're keeping some events, some titles, and some workers. Let's see if this works. Pillage. London have been pillaged. We have pillaged London. Oh, look at our popularity. We have instantly become one of the most popular European promotions. We were back in 17,000 of debt, cost us basically 10,000 to pillage them. If we look at our roster, have those guys been added yet? Yeah, they're all down here. It'll come up saying they have yet to get a popular, or where, let's find one of them. Ashton Smith is yet to get a perception rating. Okay, we look at our titles. There's the London. Okay. Oh, let's see, right? Obviously, we were up money for the month. We spent 9,465 buying out London. Sorry, Sanjay. This will generate our new popularity, almost 12,000 per month in sponsorships. Almost 12,000 per month. We have become so much more financially viable, so much more popular, to the point that our next show is Rumble on the River Nore in Ireland in 3 days' time. We were going to run Way of the Dragon 6. We are not going to run Way of the Dragon 6 before that in Wales. Make that dormant. Going to move my head back across here. We are going to run All's Well That Ends Well, because it is the end of LDN. We are going to run that on, where's April? 2 days' time. Saturday, April 14th, and we're going to run it in southern England, probably London, and I think we are going to sell a shit load of tickets. So I'm going to say second Saturday. So we're going to run Saturday, London, All's Well That Ends Well. Then Sunday, Rumble on the River Nore. Let's do those two events right now. Okay, we are expecting over 700 people at this show. We got Cara Noir versus CBL, Sammy D versus Omari, Rob Leas versus the Kingslayer J for the LDN Triple Crown Heavyweight title, Lord Di Matteo versus Rebecca Resner, Keane Noonan and Luke Frehill will challenge Ashton Smith and Rampage Brown for the LDN Tag Team titles in the main event. We have some booking things. Keane Noonan has been used too much in the show. He doesn't have much popularity in Southern England. Hopefully, after this match he will. Same with CBL. Same with Omari and Sammy D, slightly overused. So, not much we can do about that till we build their popularity. Well, let's get into it. The show opens with a promo from Edward Stewart Tate, and we've 751 people here in the Woodville Halls Theatre. It cost us 800 to rent it out for the night, but I knew we'd have a big crowd. Edward Stewart Tate says, "It is true. The rumours are true. LDN has been sold." And it is true that they've been sold to the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. But what's not true is that it's All Elite Morrow's name on the contract. It isn't All Elite Morrow's name on the contract. The contract says Edward Stewart Tate. Mic drop. Edward Stewart Tate is claiming that he owns the LDN enterprise of the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show universe, not All Elite Morrow. First match, CBL beats Cara Noir with a clothesline from Longford in London. Good man, CBL. He has beaten Cara Noir. Great win. Okay match. Commentary quality lifted the match. We do have Frankie Vendetta, after his retirement last month, has joined the commentary team, and he seems to have very much elevated the commentary team. Carnamar penalised for inconsistency. That's the only other penalty. Okay. Yeah, grand. Okay, match. Fine. Laura Di Matteo, Rebecca Resner was very poor here. Laura Di Matteo defeats Rebecca Resner by... This is Laura Di Matteo's home region. That's why we wanted to use her here. Hopefully get her out in front of her home region, build a bit of popularity in our women's division. Very good win for Laura Di Matteo. Sammy D beats O'Mari. Okay match again, nothing spectacular. Probably ran a bit long with that one. Sammy D cuts a promo. Sammy D is the current OTT heavyweight champion, and he's looking to add the London Triple Crown and the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show World Heavyweight titles. And he is going to be dripping in gold. Rob Elias has defeated Kingslayer J in 15 minutes. Defense number 2 of the London Triple Crown heavyweight title. Great performance from Rob Elias, 53. Okay performance from Kingslayer J. Kingslayer doesn't have much popularity in Southern England, but putting him in a title match there should help that. Rob Elias cuts a promo afterwards. His promo is that he's going to continue to defend the Triple Crown Championship. However, he shouts out none other than Edward Stewart Tate. Time for the main event, tag title match. And the tag titles will be coming back to Ireland with Cian Noonan and Luke Frehill, who beat Ashton Smith and Rampage Brown in 15 minutes. Cian Noonan pins Ashton Smith with a hidden blade, and they win the tag team titles. Cian Noonan's performance was quite low here. Again, that's due to his popularity in the region. Popularity is tied to your performance, not just your skills. But him picking up the pin on a very popular wrestler like Ashton Smith should do his popularity the world of good. CBL was slightly overused. The rest done. We didn't get a penalty for the rest being overused. Excellent overall show, 56. Great main event, 57. We're in a new region with guys who aren't totally known to the 751 fans in attendance. And to be able to put on a match of 57 in the main event is great. Address the locker room. We want to thank Ashton Smith and Rampage Brown. They're not guys I'm going to keep around. I'm going to beat them a few times, get as much popularity onto our guys as we can, and then release them. They're on huge contracts. This show is going to cost us a fortune. We have also increased some of our production values. We're paying a little bit more for music, and we're paying a little bit more for our broadcast quality going out onto YouTube. The reason for that is I'm trying to move off YouTube next month and move on to a different platform. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So we're going to spend extra money on this show, but we should take in a nice bit as well. We made 1,800, despite the fact we spent nearly $6,000. Our merchandise was 1,700. Our ticket sales were 6,000. Holy shit. We're going to be running a lot of shows in London for financial reasons. 1,800 on a show, that was by far the most we've made. We're going to become a financial powerhouse. This somehow increased our popularity in Ireland. Oh, that's due to the TV deal, I'd say. It's going to be a long time before we get increases in other places now. But that's okay. We've increased our popularity in Ireland up to 30. It's funny, London, Southern England, London is actually more popular than our home base now. So yeah, increased popularity as well. We're going to also do tomorrow night's show, Rumble on the River Nore. We have the big main event, Chainsaw Luke Frehill versus John McCann, back from injury. Let's see how his ribs are. It was an undisclosed body injury, but I believe it was a rib injury. We also have a very, very special guest. There is a very well-known wrestler who is retiring very soon, in-game, who's on his retirement run, and we managed to bring him in for one night for his retirement run. Bring him in for one night for his retirement run. His last ever match in Ireland. I don't know if he ever wrestled in Ireland. I could probably look it up. But you'll see who it is on tomorrow night's show. Someone very famous. Okay, here we are for the Rumble on the River Nore, which is taking place in Dublin. I know the River Nore isn't in Dublin. We're just going to pretend it's called the River Liffey for tonight. We're moving into OTT territory. The war is starting right now. We have a banger of a show. Chainsaw Luke Frehill versus John McCann. Damien Corvin and Michael May defending the tag team titles against Team White, Wolf, A-Kid and Carlos Romo, and Raven Creed and Laura Di Matteo in a triple threat ladder match. B. Priestley versus Zia Brookside for the women's world heavyweight title. Matthew Bullet Smith versus Keen Noonan. Nixon Newell versus Rebecca Resner. The debuting over from Noah in Japan, Jack Morris versus Tommy Flynn. Jack Morris is awesome. Tommy Lightning Flynn back on the scene for us. And the retiring Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star, is here versus Nathan Murphy forever. Kota Ibushi is here on his retirement tour. If we have a look at Kota Ibushi, retiring in 47 days. He's under contract to us for 91 days. We're flying him over. Kota Ibushi still has the skills. Body's a bit of a wreck. Still got the skills. He's coming over, 46 years of age. We might even get 2 matches out of him. But yeah, isn't that just wonderful? Let's start this show. Promo from All Elite Morrow on Edward Stewart Tate, addressing what Tate said in London last night. All Elite Morrow says, Edward, you're full of shit. You can go over there and tell the English whatever they want to hear. We all know deep down inside that you still wish we were governed by the crown. And you can cozy up to the English over there in London. But it is, and it will remain, All Elite Morrow's name on the contract for LDN Wrestling. Mic drop. We've got a contract, a purchasing of a company conflict going on here. Jake Morris beats Tommy Flynn. Tommy was off his game, 17 performance. Not great, but he was off his game, so I suspect maybe around 20. So he's definitely improving. We'll have Tommy Lightning back in for more matches. 333 people here tonight in Dublin City. Jack Morris, decent performance for his first performance in the company. And then Nixon Newell, still rusty. Nixon Newell beats Rebecca Resner with the shiniest wizard in 7 minutes. Tried to ease her back in because I think she's going to be very good when she is not rusty anymore. Kota Ibushi beats Nathan Murphy forever in a fine match with the Kamigaye. Just big celebrations afterwards. His Golden Star gimmick got an initial rating of great because of course it did. Nathan Murphy forever. Well done to Nathan, actually. Nathan offered to put over Kota Ibushi. I shouldn't say that about me as a heel, but he did. He said, look, if Ibushi's coming over, I'd love to have the match. Older Ibushi, I'll take care of him. We'll have a very strike heavy match. I'll be going for lariats. He can use his kicks. So fair play to the man formerly known as Boots. Matthew Bullet Smith and Keen Noonan. That might be the best match we've ever put on. A sensational match. MBS beats Keen Noonan in 15 minutes with a coup de grace. What a match. What a performance from Bullet. Keen Noonan, excellent here as well. Might be the best match we've ever put on in Dublin, in the home of OTT. Remember, they released Matthew Bullet Smith a couple of years ago, so he is up in his home county, his home city, putting on a banger of performance. B. Priestley beats Zia Brookside for defence number 1 in just under 12 minutes by submission. Defence number 1 of the women's world heavyweight title. Decent performance from B. She's still rusty. That'll take some time to shake off. Hopefully in the next couple of matches that'll be gone. And then she cuts a promo on Raven Creed saying Raven Creed is so afraid of B. Priestley she ran off with her friend Laura Di Matteo to the tag division. Excellent ladder match in which the Tate Estate, Corvin and May defeat A-Kid and Romo and Raven Creed and Laura Di Matteo when it is Michael May retrieves the title. And I told these to just go out there, steal the show, go crazy, and everyone put on really good performances. Cade with a 59, Raven Creed with a 59, Corvin with a 49. I'd say he's not designed for having these all-out type matches because he's normally in the 50s, but still a very good performance. Karis Roma with a 52 as well. Good, very good performances all around. We are into the main event, and Chainsaw Luke Frehill defeats John McCann with an ankle lock in a great main event. Defense number 11 of the World Heavyweight title. And the story of this match is that Chainsaw knows about McCann's rib injury, and he goes after it relentlessly and aggressively once again. After what he did, Dara's still not back. We haven't seen Dara. Dara wasn't in London last night. He wasn't on the show tonight after Chainsaw's relentless attack of him last month. And then once again, this is pointed out by Frankie Vendetta on commentary that we are seeing Luke Frehill go to places we haven't seen him go before in terms of something dark about how he's approaching these title matches. Heavy lies the crown for Luke Frehill, and we might have a kind of a Lord of the Rings situation going on here. The title might be driving him crazy. He cuts a promo afterwards, an unbelievable promo, where he says he watched back the VOD from last month and he heard certain commentators talking about him going too far. There's no such thing as going too far when you're defending the World Heavyweight title. And he's going to be watching back the VOD again this month to see if certain commentators are saying this stuff about him again. You know? He's not happy about how he's been treated on commentary. He feels like he's righteous in going to these lengths to defend the World Heavyweight title. It is the greatest prize in Irish professional wrestling, and he's going to treat it as such. So, you know, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Might be our best show ever. Some great matches all around. Wonderful show. Great to have Kota Ibushi in. We're going to... Do you know what? I'd say Kota Ibushi would like a hug for his retirement. Thank you, Kota. We're going to thank Nathan Murphy forever as well for doing the honours. Financial report, we lost 2,600 in this show. Maybe we'll be running London more often. Maybe we'll be running London. Ticket sales 2,664. Spent the same as what we spent last night, but it's 4,000 the difference of the ticket sales. We've increased popularity again in Ireland. Yeah, these other ones are going to move slow. Unless we're... Yeah, they're just going to move slow for a while, let's say. Okay. That's been total extreme morrow for today. We have so much going on. We just bought London. We have Chainsaw Luke Frehill on an absolute tear in the heavyweight division. We have B. Priestley, new women's champion. We have Tate Estate, new tag champions. We have Edward Stewart Tate claiming that it's his name on the contract for London. We're going to be running monthly shows in both Ireland and London for the foreseeable future. Making loads of money. So yeah, that's where we're up to. So much going on. Our deal with YouTube is up soon. I'm looking at increasing our production values, which it may open us up to more potential broadcast partners with bigger reach than YouTube. So that's something we're going to probably announce at the start of the next episode. We're also looking at potential TV deals. We're not going to do the TV deal quite yet. I don't think we're at the point where we're not quite yet making enough money to kind of to pay for 4 weeks of TV, essentially. But we're going to be running 2 shows a month from next month on. One in London, or England anyway, and one in Ireland. So yeah, there we are. Total extreme morrow. What a journey. Our popularity has just exploded. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying it.